At Necessitate, an inclusive platform, we bring to you curated mindful products, great fun recipes you can do at home for the modern way of eating and cooking. Come along with us and share and learn more for yourself, your loved ones, and your home. Enjoy! Hi, I'm Reid with Necessitate TV, and today I am going to show you how to prepare salmon burgers. So the hands are already clean. I'm gonna take off my rings here, get comfortable. Some people drink wine, I drink water. It keeps me hydrated while I'm cooking. So this is really simple, really easy. My family, my friends, they love it. It's full of nutrition. Salmon's high in your great quality of omega fats, and I like to wear gloves. You don't have to, but I do. Really simple. Take the skin off, and I just do so by going underneath the big fatty part of the salmon. Sometimes you may have to pull it. Let's just see what I gotta do right now. Okay. This isn't about how pretty it looks. This is about getting the job done. So I like to give my family salmon because it's great for brain development. You don't want to introduce it, as I've been told, at a very young age. But my children are more older now, so I like to give them salmon. I take the skin off. That's why I wear gloves. And I just cut this in a few chunks. I use wild salmon. It's not farm raised. There is a difference. Wild is a little bit more cleaner for you. It doesn't have the dye in it that farm raised has, and it's just a better quality of salmon. So I like to go with wild salmon, and I like to go to the farmer's market and get it, but there's times when I can't get it. So I'm gonna try and get this off so I'm not wasting it, but you remove the skin, and you can put the skin and rub it on your, I'm kidding. I don't know what happens if you rub it on your face. If you have bones, you can pull them out if you see them, which I see right now, but otherwise, usually when you just stick it in, typically it just, I know when I say you're like eating bones, but it just kind of grinds itself up in the machine here. So put this in. Just me and my gloves. All right, here we go. We're turning it on really quick. You just want to get the salmon, you want to break it up. That's on. Now I'm going to pulse it like 2-3 times. 1, 2, 3. Let's go for 4. And then, there it is again. You have your salmon. Mom, are you watching? Because my mother's always like, how do you do your salmon burgers? So this is how. So when it comes to cooking, I am by no means a chef. I am not formally trained at all in cooking. I had the great honor and privilege of working with Wolfgang in one of his kitchens for a little bit, but I'm not trained as a chef, and I enjoy it, but I had to learn how to cook because my kids have food sensitivities, food allergies, environmental issues, and I got sick of giving them processed foods, and I felt that I was making them sicker, so I had to get in the kitchen. So no one taught me how to make salmon burgers. I just kind of went along with it, and it works. So this is the salmon, 2 batches. Gloves go off. Now what I'm gonna do is season these babies so they are delicious for whomever is eating them. Now what I like to do is I have my fresh cilantro and my fresh parsley with love from the garden of Erica. So I learned this trick from a great food recipe tester when I was working on my book, Shut Up and Cook. She taught me this incredible trick, and it has stuck with me all these years. So what you want to do is you can just take your knife and you kind of just break it up. And it comes off the branch like such. So I'm going to cut a little bit of parsley. I'm using parsley and cilantro. I like the benefits of both. I like the benefits of adding parsley and cilantro into certain recipes. You get the vitamin B, you get the nutrients. Parsley is great to help with, you know, your kidneys. Cilantro is great, especially eating fish. It helps pull certain toxins from your system, mercury. Cilantro is really good for that, fresh cilantro. So I just put that in there. So you just want to cut a little bit, and seriously, just go by what you think you want. There's no rule. Like, just make this work for you. But I'm going to tell you what works for us, and hopefully you'll enjoy it as much as we do. I have about a half a cup of breadcrumbs. You can look for whatever breadcrumbs that works for you. If you want it gluten-free, just get whatever works for you. I sprinkle the breadcrumbs in, and now I'm going to add, I am not being paid for any of these items. I'm showing you what I like to use. So I have something called ume vinegar. Seriously, I'm just using probably about a tablespoon and a half. Same with the soy sauce, about a tablespoon and a half. And I'm going to use my veganese, and I get like a good heaping spoon of it, and I just add it on top. There's no right or wrong. Make this work for you. Okay, now that soy sauce and the vinegar, just a little twirl, and I just pour it on top as such. I'm just gonna season these babies, a little bit of salt, and I like to squeeze a little bit of lemon, and I'm holding my spoon just to help keep the seed from going in the salmon. The salmon breaks up so it gets fishy, and it just gives it an extra little tart. And I used one whole lemon, and I just cut it in 2 halves. And guess what? I got a seed in there. So I'm gonna take my seeds out. Whoop, see that noise? It's like a chalkboard. Okay, seeds out. Gotta put my gloves back on. Oh, how can I forget? My nutritional yeast. This baby here has selenium in it, vitamin B12. It's just a great ingredient to use. When my kids both were, you know, dealing with health challenges and really sick when they were young, we started using nutritional yeast because one of the integrative doctors we used told us about it. And I've been using it ever since. And I really like to cook things that are fresh, that are simple. I don't have time to stay in the kitchen all day, and I don't think you do either, nor do you want to. But we want to feed ourselves well, and our family and our friends, our children. So I try and make everything as fresh as possible when I can. And I try and make sure the majority of the time we're eating fresh food instead of processed foods. And my nails are painted too. That's another reason why I'm wearing gloves, because you know, when you cook, you sometimes chip and get the nail polish into your food. And guess what? You eat that. So now a little bit of pepper. So just add the pepper in there. And I feel like it just needs a little more veganese here. This just adds it so it's not so dry. And I gotta put my glove back on again, but this is so easy. And literally, that's it. Now I put the other glove back on. And it smells good, it doesn't smell fishy. I like to use an ice cream scooper because it just makes your burgers look kind of cute. But you don't have to go out and invest in one of these. If you have one, I'm gonna show you what you can do with it other than ice cream. Scoop it as such. I like to use parchment paper. Parchment paper helps so it doesn't stick, and you know, I don't know if the pan is an aluminum pan, so I like to separate the barrier in case it is an aluminum pan and use parchment paper. And another cute little patty. So my kids are not gonna just gnaw away on cilantro, but if I break it up and put it in this, they'll eat it this way. But this is so simple, like really. And you don't have to do this. If you don't have an ice cream scooper, or you feel like it's an extra step and you don't feel like doing it, just use your hands, make a ball, and basta. Put it down, mix it up, and now I know you're like, wait, what are the measurements? I'll tell you the measurements exactly if you want. We'll like leave some little literature so you can get it exactly, but I really just cook. And the only thing I really measure is when I'm baking. But to share this with you, I'll measure better and I'll put it up so you can make it. Okay, so literally, these are the salmon burgers. Now, I'm just gonna take my hand and I'm gonna press each one. And it's really simple. You just press. And I do this just so it can cook a little better, so it's not just a big chunk of meat. I'm done with that. I'm gonna turn them inside out. Preheat your oven, 350. Mine has already been preheated for some time now, so I'm gonna cook this no more than 7 minutes, 10 max, and they'll be done. Okay, so the salmon burgers are ready. Again, everybody likes their salmon texture, whoever eats it a little different. If you want it really well done, not so well done, it's up to you. You could always put a little toothpick in to see if it's ready or not, but I know these are ready because I've been making them for not a very long time, but enough where I know that they're ready. There they are. Ooh, look at those pretty ones. Okay. Now, these are your 3 options how you can eat your salmon burgers. Okay? One option, you can eat it just voila by itself. Just the salmon. You can slice avocados next to this. You can eat by itself. You can put quinoa with it. You could make a little bowl and chop the burger up, but totally up to you. Or for those of you that don't want any bread and you want something on it, you don't want to eat it by itself, then here's your other option. You can take the salmon burger and put it on lettuce, and you have it like such. You can eat it like this, or you can put another piece on top. If you want to put your condiments on it or eat it by itself, go for it. But here it is. You can wrap it in your lettuce. And those of you that are like, forget the lettuce, forget by itself, but I want it gluten-free, or I don't want it gluten-free, but I want a piece of bread, guess what? Put it on a piece of bread, girlfriend. So there you are. You have your salmon burgers that are super duper quick. You can make them for friends, your family. If you don't have enough time, but you want to eat something that'll kind of take you to the next day as well, don't cook it all the way. Cook it a little bit more in the morning. You can cook it at night just to hold it together, but the next morning, here it is. You have 3 options to eat your salmon burgers. Again, nothing, no bun, no lettuce, or you can do it in the lettuce and wrap it as such, or you can do it with the bun. However you do it, chew slowly, enjoy it, be in the moment, be present, and be thankful. Thank you for watching Necessite. Ciao!